Well, welcome to Inspired Conversations podcast show. I am so excited that you are here today. So let's get right into it. I am the owner of Two Gorgeous Wellness, KME Coaching. I have spent the last 27 years empowering women to reach their full potential in the business and life. And through my coaching services, I help women design and launch their successful businesses, increase their revenue and sales, stand out in their industry, and to create a strong online presence. I'm committed to supporting women as they strive to achieve their goals and build fulfilling, profitable careers and businesses. So, welcome to Inspire Conversation Podcast Show and KME Coaching and Two Gorgeous Wellness. So today we are going to be talking about the 12 gifts of Christmas. I'm so excited to actually be sharing this with you as we are about to embark upon Christmas Eve, Christmas, and also into the new year 2024. So this will be applicable for that as well. So we're going to talk about the 12 days of Christmas. So I wanted to share with you some Kim gems about that. So to my wonderful souls, I wanted to welcome a heart-warming episode of Inspired Conversations to you. I want you to go on this transformative journey with me. This is a very special one today as we celebrate this Christmas holidays and this infused celebratory moment with love, um, with the most admiration and respect. Some of us celebrate the holidays, others we do not. So I just wanted to dive into this topic, into the 12 gifts of Christmas, reflecting on renewing and connecting. So in the spirit of the season, we're unwrapping 12 precious gifts. The reason why I entitled this the 12 gifts of Christmas is that God gives us gifts every single day. And as you're out shopping and buying gifts for others, and sometimes there's certain gifts that are not found under the tree, but within the moments that we share the intentions of which we set, right? So I want you to grab a cup of your favorite tea or beverage, find a cozy spot as we explore these gifts together, these Kim Gems that I'm about to drop and share with you, from the gift of presence to the transformative power of forgiveness. To each we unwrap these gifts as you are guided and nurturing into our spirits, fostering connections inspired by the essence of 1 Corinthians 13 and sprinkled with practical insights, because I got to drop it. I got to drop the word a little bit into this journey through mindful practices, moments of joy and reflections and self-compassion. So y'all ready? Are you ready? Whether you tuning in from a city or a countryside, or you turning in and you at the gym, or you're walking, or you at your job, you're working, or you have shared humanity. So without further ado, let's embark on the holiday adventure as we are talking about the 12 gifts this Christmas. I said Christmas. Yes, I said Christmas. Reflecting, renewing, reconnecting on Inspired Conversations with Kim Evans, which is myself. So let's get ready to unwrap these gifts that will warm your heart and inspire your soul. Are y'all ready for that? Are you ready? Are you ready? And you can bring these gifts into 2024. Let's get ready for it. So the first gift is this: the gift of presence. Isn't that wonderful? I think this is so wonderful. You can unwrap that gift, and guess what? Amazon got nothing on these gifts. FedEx don't have nothing on any of these gifts these gifts that I'm about to drop to you. Embracing the beauty of being fully present in the moment and fostering deeper connection with ourselves and others. The gift of presence. Isn't that beautiful? Sometimes people are just wanting to be with you. They just want the presence of who you are. That is so wonderful. I just had a friend not too long ago. Let me tell you a quick little gem. And I had a gentleman friend to me, and he just said, "You know what? I just want the presence of being with you. I just want the presence, the awe of being in your space." And I'm like, that is nice. We work hard in our businesses, in our careers, in our families, with our children. If you're parents, I'm not a parent, but I'm an aunt. And I think one of the greatest gifts is the gifts of presence. Secondly, as caregivers, I'm being a co-caregiver to my parents, and particularly my dad. And as I went and sat with him today, it was one of the most cherishable moments as I'm in the hospital room and he's holding my hand with no sound, with no volume of TV, but we're just sitting across from bed to bed and he's holding my hand. It's just a gift of presence. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, just when you allow yourself just to be in awe or be in presence or the room or proximity with someone sitting down, whether you breaking bread and eating or fellowshipping or talking or having a sip of tea or coffee, the gift of presence is amazing and it's free. Second, the gift of journaling. Exploring the power of gratitude, journaling to transform perspective, to bring more joy, and discussing how keeping a gratitude journal can enhance your overhaul and your well-being. I think that's absolutely phenomenal. How many of y'all are journaling? The gift of journaling, that you can just write down your ideas and your thoughts and your vision. It's a free gift. Unwrap that gift under the Christmas tree. What about that? Number 3, the gift of kindness. Discussing the magic of spreading kindness and its ripple effect on creating a more compassionate world, sharing personal stories and example of small acts of kindness that can make a bigger impact around the world. The gift of kindness. Just taking that characteristic and the act within yourself and being kind to someone else. It's a priceless gift. You can't even put a price tag on that. The 4th gift, the gift of mindfulness, focusing on cultivating mindfulness in the daily life for relaxation and grounding, providing guidance and incorporating mindfulness practices, stress release, and enhance awareness. One of the things that I would encourage you all to practice the gift of mindfulness while you're eating and turning off all electronic devices. No devices, no cell phones, no TV, no music. How would that be if you had dinner across from your loved one and your children, that you have given them full, undivided attention, to where you are now eye to eye, ear to ear, practicing mindfulness, and you're asking them how their day is going? What a beautiful gift. It's priceless. Number 5, the gift of intentions. Unwrap that gift. Reflecting on goals and dreams and aspiration, exploring ways to manifest them in the coming year. Discussing the importance of clarity and intention in goal setting. What are your intentions for 2024? And what behaviors need to shift? And how do you need to manage your input so that you can get an effective output? That's the difference between getting from A to B and closing the gap in the middle. Setting intentions when you're working a new career, when you're dating that new guy or that new young lady, when you are establishing and growing your business. What is the intention behind it? That is a free gift. Number 6, digital detox. Yes, I said it. Taking a break from technology and experience a digital detox for a balanced and mindful life. Sharing practical tips for reducing screen time and benefits of deconnecting. You know, disconnecting is a beautiful thing. I actually did a podcast show on Queen Consciousness. You need to go back and listen to that podcast. It was so powerful because I talked about what a queen does is separate herself from the crowd in order for her to get her download. Kings and queens, you can only change things from a queen perspective. And that is the level that you need to be operating in if you want to make global and kingdom impact. So I say that to say that you must learn to associate yourself separately and away from the pack. And you do that with digital detox. You incorporate mindfulness, but more importantly, you take a break from technology. So you separate yourself from your phone. You separate yourself from your email. You separate from yourself all technology, and you get the divine download from God and your inspiration, and you begin to write that down. And you ask certain questions, and you put yourself in an isolated environment away from the crowd. This is a perfect time to do it as we enter into 2024. Separate yourself, go on a nature walk, take a retreat vacation of 1 or 2 days, maybe December 30th, 31st, and the 1st, or the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd, however suits you in the time that you have available. And you just separate yourself from all digital presence. And you go free from social media. You don't post. You don't do any of those things. You don't even pick up your phone. You don't even respond to an email. And you just allow yourself to download. The divine will download. The universe will download into you. Ask a question with great intention first. And then you allow yourself to receive the information and the answer. And you write it down. Habakkuk 3:5, I tell you all the time. See the vision, make it plain, write it down, do not tarry. And in its due season, God will give the increase. All right, let's carry on. Number 7, connecting with nature. Oh, what a gift to just walk in nature, right? Discussing the profound impact of connecting with nature on overall well-being, exploring the therapeutic benefits of spending more time outdoors, and fostering a sense of connection with the natural world. We heal on 4 levels: the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, and the physical. And nature is essential for our healing. So if you're looking to reconnect, to recenter, to rebirth, to reground, to get your download as we usher into 2024, connect with nature. Take a walk in the park. Take a walk on the beach. Take a walk in the redwoods and see how nature will be there waiting for you, and God too, and the universe. Number 8, the gift of cultivating joy. One of the things I always share with my clients, being a massage therapist of 27 years, the owner of Two Gorgeous Integrated Health and Wellness, is when my clients come in with body pain. And the first thing I always say, well, how much joy are you allowing yourself in your life? So let's talk about that just for 60 seconds. The gift of joy, cultivating joy in your life, exploring practices to cultivate joy and create a positive ripple effect in your life, discussing the connection between joy and gratitude, and suggesting activities to bring more joy into daily life. So if you're ever in a dark space or a dark place, how you get yourself pattern intercept. You intercept the pattern and you cultivate joy, and you begin to ask yourself, thinking and thinking go together. What are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? And you switch up that pattern intercept, because you're now looking at thinking not of the negative, but you're thinking at the positive. And what am I so grateful? And what am I so thankful for? And you begin to think of ways of cultivating more fun and joy in your life. What a gift to be able to do that. It's like it's magical because you have the power by speaking it out. If you want more joy, you speak it. That is a gift. I want more joy in my life. Then go find it. You want more joy in your life, go find it. If you're feeling negative, then go find more joy because that will counter that emotion of what you're feeling of joy. Number 9, the gift of forgiveness inspired by 1 Corinthians 13. Now, you know, this is the enchilada of them all the gifts, is as we are walking into 2024, whom, in what circumstance, in what reason, who is the people, who are the people, or who is the person that you still need to forgive? I am telling you, the gift of forgiveness is one of the most awesome gifts that God gives us so freely. But let's look at it from a different perspective, because the gift of forgiveness is really freeing you. It's not the person who have brought harm to you, but it's freeing you. And what I mean by that is delving into the transformation of liberating the power of forgiveness. It is inspired by the wisdom of 1 Corinthians 13, but exploring how forgiveness is an act of love and discussing practical steps to cultivate forgiveness. So it gives you really the power. And I know sometimes this can be really hard because we have traumas, schemas, and things, people that have done us wrong. And it's like, no, 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 no. But they have not asked for our forgiveness. And what we have to understand, sometimes people are not going to ask for your forgiveness. Sometimes you just have to freely give it to them. That makes it even more powerful. So I tell you a quick little story, like about 60 seconds. I remember a couple of years ago, I was married, uber years ago. And I was married close to a decade. And I'm on this cruise that my brother had actually shared with me, and it was wonderful. So I'm on the veranda. I'm just like, the doors are open, it's beautiful, and I'm smelling the ocean. And God speaks to me as clear as light and day. You need to go and forgive your ex-husband, give him a phone call. I want you to call your ex-husband and tell him that you apologize and that you're sorry for the wrongdoing of your part of the divorce. I said, no, sucky, crack. What? No, no, no. And heard it and said it twice. You are to call your ex-husband and you are to apologize for your part of the divorce. See, it takes two to tango. So when you divorce, it's not just one side. Cletus is not just one side. It takes two people. It takes two people to get into a marriage. It takes two people to get out if you decide to get a divorce. So it's so interesting. And I tell this story in some of my longer podcasts. I'm not going to bore it with you today in this one, but I'm going to give you the 10-second version. And that is the art and the power of forgiveness. And I either had to obey God, because the first commandment, God's word, is to obey, is to listen and to hear, is to obey. And it's like, okay, do I obey what this universal consciousness is sharing with me, or do I just say, I could decide not to do it? We do have free wisdom, free power. Let me first just say this: you can do whatever you want to do. I chose, my story. This is my story. I chose to, all right, well, hot damn, let me go ahead on and just do what this universal consciousness is telling me to do. So when I get off this cruise, I'm going to immediately call my ex-husband and apologize for my part in the divorce. And I did just that. And long story short, I got back, I had the conversation. It was absolutely wonderful. And I did not know emotionally, physically, mentally, and physically, emotionally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally, we heal on 4 levels. I hit the 4 levels. Didn't I say that? Emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. Those are the 4 levels. When we heal as massage therapists, as we heal as practitioners, we heal on all 4 of those levels. And one of those, or one or two, was not healed with me over 15 years. I was still harboring unforgiveness because sometimes it may not manifest as you think your unforgiveness may manifest. Your unforgiveness may manifest in a mental. It may manifest in a emotional block. It may manifest in a physiological block, your physical body, or it is pain in your body. And you can't understand what's going on, and you're not connecting the dots, and that dot is streaming from something that you have not forgotten. That's the pattern, or spiritually. And you're wondering why your blessings are blocked or things are not happening in operation in your life. And now you got a spiritual block because you have not cleared your pathway of forgiving a circumstance, an event, or a person in your life. And I'm going to spend just a few minutes with this because this is really one of the most important gifts under the Christmas tree, is the gift of forgiveness. And when you practice and you relieve the gift of forgiveness, you've forgiven yourself. We're talking about yourself. It's not about the other person. This man has gone on and lived his life, but Kim was still bound. I was still bonded by it. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me why I was not able to meet paramount marks in certain aspects in my life. In others I was, but I want to reach them, all of them. And I felt there was blocks, but I could not identify and relate to really specifically what it was. But when I got this download from this beautiful spiritual consciousness, and it's just like, you need to go back and you need to admit your part. I'm like, I'm down with it. And I immediately did it, y'all. And when I did that, when I activated the gift of forgiveness, which is inspired by 1 Corinthians 13, my whole life shifted and my whole life changed. Not only that, he had been waiting for years for me to say that. And it also freed him too, as well. So it's a beautiful testimony. It's a beautiful, happy praise to God. And also, it's a beautiful just admittance of myself. And I don't mind sharing it because blessed the man who keeps his testimony. So I just wanted to share that with you, that, the gift of forgiving others is essential. It's needed, it's required, and it's powerful. So let's get into the 10th gift, the gift of optimal body. And that's fitness, loving yourself, being in optimal health, embracing the importance of optimal body care, discussing the practices of maintaining physical and well-being, cultivating a positive relationship with your body. As we are entering in 2024, I decree and declare that you are in the best shape in the next 12 months, that you are in the best health in the next 12 months, that you are in the best mental condition state in the next 12 months, and that you are in the best wealth building state in the next 12 months. God says you shall prosper as your soul prosper. So then, therefore, he did not intend for us to be broke, and he did not intend for us to be in poor health. So with that being said, the gift of ultimate body is a free gift for each and one of us to be in the best health that we can be in. And if you set your intention, and if you set your goals, and if you actually focus on the input so that you can get your output, you would be in your best optimal body self. So I encourage each and every one of you, as you are listening for the words from this podcast show, that you would be in the best optimal shape ever. Starting, this actually is your new decade being totally healthy. The 11th is the gift of self-compassion. See, these gifts are free. Amazon has nothing on these gifts. These are free gifts. Free gifts. The gift of self-compassion. Exploring practice of treating ourselves with kindness, especially during the challenging times. These are challenging times right now. Holidays are challenging times. They can either be high or low. Many of us lose loved ones through these challenging times. It's a very challenging time, as it could be a great time and a time of community, a time of family, but yet alone, nonetheless, they're challenging times, especially during these seasons towards the end of the year and the beginning as we go into 2024, discussing the concept of self-compassion and offering practical strategies and cultivating compassionate mindset. We have to keep in mind being compassionate towards others, having the capacity. I decree and declare that you have that your capacity to love and to serve is as far deep and as far wide and as far tall as God and the universal consciousness allows you to be and have within your own spectrum. Everyone has their own level of capacity, some a lot more, some a little bit less, but nonetheless, is to practice self-compassion towards one another. It's such a beautiful free gift. The reflection and celebration as we get into the last gift, and that is simply reflecting on the journey, celebrating small victories and large victories, embracing moments of growth, and encouraging listeners and friends and family to take the time of self-reflection, right? And express gratitude for your own achievements and celebrate the progress made during this holiday season in this whole 2023 year and beyond 2024. So I want you to look at your 2023 as we cross over to 2024. I want you to reflect on not those milestones, but some of those major, epic, paramount things that you achieved, and give yourself a pat and a clap and an amen and celebrate. It's no small feat that you are still here and you've been able to overcome some of the large exercises, events, and situations and circumstances and strategies. You have to be your own chief cornerstone. You must learn to be your own amen corner. Sometimes you're not going to have somebody to be your own cheerleader. You must learn to be your own cheerleader. It may not be a mentor or a coach at that moment. You have to learn to coach yourself. You have to learn to adapt and heighten to strategies and coping mechanisms and conflict of war, of language that can get you to point A to point B. And that's going to take self-actualization and self-awareness to make you the better version of who you are so that you can embody that better person. So I celebrate you. I celebrate you. And I celebrate your success of 2023. And I celebrate your success for 2024 of what you're about to achieve. So as we cross over to 2024, you are an amazing creature. And as we continue to celebrate 2023 for these 12 months, and as we step into Christmas and the next day, as we celebrate Christmas Eve, know that you are an amazing being, you are an amazing soul. I'm Kim Evans. Thank you so much for listening to the 12 Gifts of Christmas. I'm so excited to present this to you. And let me quickly repeat those 12 gifts. The 12 gifts that you can unwrap at any time during the year, not just Christmas, but in particularly during Christmas. And guess what? They're free gifts because God gave them to us. The gift of being present. 2, the gift of journaling. 3, the gift of act of kindness. 4, the gift of mindfulness. 5, the gift of setting intentions. 6, the gift of digital detox. 7, the gift of connecting with nature. 8, the gift of cultivating joy. 9, the gift of forgiveness. 10, the gift of being in optimal shape with your body, your mind, your spirit, and your soul. 11, the gift of self-compassion and the gift of self-reflection. and celebration. And I am Kim Evans, and I'm the owner of Two Gorgeous Integrated Health and Wellness, 27 years in Lafayette, of the Spa Body. I'm so excited that God has given me that gift to make women and men look amazing, and also the owner of KME Coaching. There are 3 ways how we can work together, and I'm going to leave that information in the show notes. I want you all, my ladypreneurs, my bosses, my business owners, if you are a business coach, business owner, book a game plan strategy call below. I'm going to leave the link below. The second way, I offer one-on-one coaching as we usher into 2024. Amazing. If you're a business owner and you need some mentoring, actually some coaching, I offer that. And the third way is my new group, 1-year group cohort program, where I take ladypreneurs and I mentor them over 12 months. It's totally amazing. And please look forward and subscribe to our podcast show and share this podcast out. I'm so excited about it. And welcome. If you're in the Bay Area, come to my live event, which will be happening on January 20th, 2024 in Lafayette, California. Until we meet again, I want you guys to go out and have an amazing holiday. And I want to send forth, may this podcast go as far as the east, as far as the west, as far as the north, and as far as the south. And by the words of this podcast show, land on the ears of those who need to hear that. May you be blessed and transformed and motivated by the renewing of the words in this podcast show. And please share it out. Go in grace, go in peace, and God bless you. Have a wonderful, happy holiday and an amazing 2024 decade. And I am Kim Evans. God bless you all. Bye for now.